really small like deli / pizza stand in one of the in the.
I think I know what you're talking
One
about.
of the halls that they have suites. Do you know what I mean? Not like
we did one of our conferences in that one. I went there.
Yeah, but
It sucks.
I mean, it's not that bad depending on the meal. But I mean, I've
That's
been.
a lot to do by yourself.
No, you're telling me.
Is it like that, or are you guys just short staffed?
Well, we're short staffed because in the beginning, before COVID, there was. In the beginning before COVID, there was 3 of us at night. Every night, or actually, well, regardless, most of the time there was 3 of us every night, and then same thing during lunch because there's basically breakfast, lunch shift, and then there's a dinner shift.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's mainly because we're short.
It's tough.
Tough look.
All right, who's kicking it off?
That was it. That was a cold open. That's how it's done. Cold open. I'm very winded. Just ran up.
You went up and down twice.
Do you want a cigarette?
No, that's the only thing I don't do on podcast. You were saying right before that you were like, I don't want to drink on here because last time I smoked.
Oh, you weren't here.
And
For
I was like,
Josh got obliterated last time.
this is the second time I haven't drank on the so far.
Well, you know what's funny is that side of the cellar smells like smoke because I'm hanging out there all the time. It's like don't want the whole basement to smell like smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because at some point we're gonna have to switch sides because this will be the fresh side, the clean side. So
I know,
bring the drums and the TV over here.
I'm gonna make it look so good that at some point
Dad's
has to
gonna
switch.
bring his stereo over here.
Oh. Well, last week I was hanging out with him and he goes, I was like looking around and he goes, "What are you doing? You like gonna move stuff around again?" I go, "No." He goes, "Oh, what are you gonna look around? Put up your studio in here?" I was like, "No, I'm not." He goes, "Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are." Like doing his whole bait thing. And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Because he's trying to get you to redecorate his man cave.
Well, we went to and then we just couldn't figure anything out, so we quit.
I don't like that the TV's in the closet.
It's more structured room.
No,
I mean,
you can only see from that one couch.
No, I mean you can see it from the futon, but I mean the way it was set up before. If you have the drums all set up and you have the TV and the TV stand, it takes up so much more room.
Because you literally eliminate the TV because it's in the closet.
Yeah. No, I think that's the best way it's set up.
I agree.
That's as good as
it's the only way.
Yeah.
But have you been here since all this?
No, the first time I saw it was yesterday.
The sheets, yeah. What do you think?
Or you mean the what do you call it? The sound dampeners?
Yeah, the new look.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
I still want more baby pictures.
Well, the plan is I'm gonna get my 1996 cutest baby award photo.
Oh, figures.
Right there, and then I don't know as we go.
I think for every person we get on the podcast, we should put a baby picture somewhere of them, and that'd be funny.
I don't know, like a feature.
It couldn't be very big, but
no, like it doesn't even have to be here. Like it can be hidden, like just a little one right here. But like now that Brandon's here, he can do his big one, and then we have to wait to do.
I'm not doing 100 big photos of people.
No, just of the 4 of us, the big 4.
Yeah, the baby picture that I was telling him when you were upstairs was the one where I'm about his age in that picture, and I have this mullet going on. Have you seen that? You've seen that picture? You've seen it at some point. You just forget. Probably. And I got a little bow tie and I think overalls or something.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, you've definitely seen it.
Yes, I have.
And then the one that you picked out for Rachel, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the one that we saw at Amy's.
Oh, yeah.
So melancholy.
I'm gonna miss Rachel's funeral.
Oh,
that's dark.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I thought you said you were gonna leave that night.
No, plans changed.
Why?
Because my first park is gonna be Sunday.
Oh, you're talking about her.
Your what? Your
Friday
first
night.
what?
The first park from Disney. I'm skipping Rachel's funeral to go to Disney World.
You talking about the funeral for her 20s?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, you like got really dark real fast.
Yeah, no.
Because when I saw
leave it up for interpretation for the listeners.
No. So I'll explain it because this is exactly who I am.
It took me a minute when I first got the group text. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? And then it took me a second. I was like, because I know she's not dead. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
I feel like I would have been told.
I know you would have told me if you were dead.
You dead? So for you to get the backstory and everyone else is, Mom, Maddie, and Rachel went thrifting for the day.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so they come home, and Rachel's turning 30 next month. So, we were talking to her about it, and she goes, "You know what I really thought was a cool idea?" Oh, because she was talking about what she wanted to change about her 30s. She's like, "I want to be more proactive," is what it is.
Okay.
And I was like, "You don't have any zits, baby girl." But so she's like, "No, I want to be more proactive. I want to just do things. I don't want to like let them slide and all that." And she goes, "You know what I actually want to do?
Grab life by the balls."
Yeah, she's ready. It's her dirty 30s, baby, and she's gonna get lit. But she goes, "You know what I thought was a really cool idea?" She goes, "I saw this, and it's people put their 20s to rest, and they throw a funeral for their 20s, and I'm a big party guy, of course, and right away I go, Rachel, I love it. I'm all in on this." And like right, how she is like, "Okay, here we go." And I was like, no, everyone shut up for a minute. Like, this is perfect.
I have the floor.
This is
the king is speaking.
The party king. And I was like, okay, listen, real quick. Rachel, just let me pitch this to you. I'm your wedding planner, but your birthday planner. Let me pitch you my idea. If you don't like it, I won't plan it. But let me give you my little taste on it, my little spin. She goes, "Okay, go for it." You go, "All right, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna get a casket. I'm gonna get a Dad's blow-up doll, Becky, his girlfriend. We're gonna put it in there. We're gonna get photos of you. I'm gonna make everyone dress in black. It's gonna be a whole shindig. I'm really gonna set this up." And I gave her a few more details, and she was like, "If you actually want to do it, and I don't have to have help plan anything, go for it."
So, just out of curiosity, are you getting a real casket, or are you gonna build one yourself?
I want a real. What if can we rent a casket?
I don't know. I mean,
can we rent a hearse?
The problem is you can't get used caskets unless there's, like, you gotta, like, used is used,
I mean, aren't caskets like 10, 20 grand or
something? What if it's lightly used?
I mean, have you ever seen Employee of the Month?
It's been a long time. Refresh my memory.
So Dane set the scene. Dane Cook is, the cool guy strolling through, and an old lady's trying to move a massive casket, and like, "You need help there, little lady?"
He worked at like a department store.
Yeah, like a
yeah.
It's like a Walmart.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, who is this for?" And she's like, "For my husband." He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss." "He ain't dead yet. I'm just planning ahead." He goes, "Oh, well, good luck. Good luck killing your husband and all that." I was like, "Oh, how hard can it be to get a casket?" I know it's probably a bit, but
it's probably a lot harder than you think.
My thought was I would probably just build one out of cardboard, but hold on. And then as soon as I threw out the Becky thing, Rachel goes, "I still got my wedding dress." And I go, "We can put Becky in it." And she goes, "Let's do it."
Well,
so she's all in.
Well, now that you put it that way, if you build it out of cardboard, you can kind of have like a Viking funeral and just set the whole thing on fire.
Yeah, I gotta get a green light. Yeah, I mean, once the summer hits, we're pretty big on like having bonfires.
I know, I'm excited. I
fire
want to have
pits.
some fires again, like we did during quarantine.
But that's a great way to like start up the fire.
Yeah,
but she's got.
There's gonna be a huge burn hole right in the middle of the lawn.
Yeah. The only down part is like you can't burn Becky because she's plastic, whatever she is. But so then you have to go through the whole thing of taking her out, and that kind of like ruins momentum. So, but it'd still be cool. But yeah, you just build it out of cardboard.
Well,
I'm setting a dress code where like you have to wear black.
No, I guess
all
that.
black.
Oh, that's good. Instead of putting Becky in the wedding dress, maybe you could just have her like hanging out on the casket before you burn
What
it.
if you dress her like the Grim Reaper?
Well, no, Rachel's going to be sitting next to it, by the way. Oh, sorry, yeah. So the casket's going to be, like, right there lined up, and Rachel has to sit. It's the rule. Like, I'm going to greet people when they come in, make sure they're in funeral attire. Tell them, all right, the body's in the back. So then I say, you have to go greet it.
Oh,
But
no,
Rachel's going to be sitting next to it, just like the old pampered woman, just waiting.
A
And,
widow?
like, people can't acknowledge her. They have to address the body and her just listen to people talk to her.
You gotta put up one of those boards where they have to sign.
Yeah. That's the same thing we did.
Your favorite
for your
memory?
party. When
Yeah.
I did for your birthday parties, I'm gonna print out photos of Rachel like that, and people are gonna like do some farewell things on it. But I thought it was an awesome way to go out. But now I'm a little bummed I can't like do it for myself either. So kind of sucks. But let's see if I.
The funny part is
You gotta get better friends.
We've had ideas to plan for you, but it's just funny not to give it to you.
I understand
because you want
I
it
know.
so bad.
I know. I told Maddie that. I go, do you know how pissed I'm gonna be like if I die and I don't get a surprise party? And she goes, you keep building it up that even if it happens, it won't be good enough. And she's like, don't you think like you really begging for this and throwing everyone else parties just makes everyone else go, we know he wants this. We're not giving it to him. And I'm January, so it's impossible. Like
You
really do
threw
something
Brandon
fun.
and I a surprise party last year.
Months ahead.
A month ahead, 2 months ahead of my birthday.
And we didn't even want to go.
I didn't
want-
show up till the end.
I didn't want to go because like, well, it's not my birthday, bro.
I know.
Well,
And
the surprise was
you ruined
thrown.
my birthday. 3 people wished me happy birthday on my actual birthday. Mom, Dad, and Joanna. Not a single other person.
What was I supposed to do? It's not your birthday anymore. We threw a party. It's all about the party.
I mean, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, you know. Anyone see that's
He's
my
only
thing.
so thoughtful because he wants a surprise party.
Well, I also was like, no, I'm really in the mood for a party, so I was like, fuck it. Let me throw. Well, actually, my plan was to do it closer to your guys' birthday, but I was like, I got too excited, and I was like,
This weekend.
yeah, I was like, I don't want to wait. Let me just throw it now.
And I love how,
So it just happened. It's way sooner than it was supposed to.
like, you throw over exaggerated parties, and Mom just throws parties with her friends. Like, remember on Dad's birthday when she invited all of her friends?
Oh, for like work
Her
friends, and
work
then she
friends.
just got drunk.
Happy birthday, Ron. Then got drip.
Yeah, our part.
Cocked off.
That's where
Espresso martinis.
that's what I get from Mom is like we have super unrealistic expectations on whatever we plan. Like you should see her before a party. She's planning like 5 hours ahead, and she starts drinking like as she's getting ready in the morning while everyone's still
That's
asleep.
what happened on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She'll be like,
Oh, God,
she'll
that
be like
was the whole
7
thing.
in the morning. She's just like, we're gonna get lit tonight.
And
And then like you wake up at 11, and she's already drunk. And she's like, you ready to go? You're like,
and then she doesn't make it
whoa! I'm just trying to get a Pop-Tart, lady.
Yeah, because I had to finish the turkey
to... Yeah.
last Thanksgiving.
But that's like one cookout we had during quarantine. Her friend Jonna came, and by the time Jonna got there, Mom was throwing
I
up
know.
on the couch.
Everyone got there and was like,
Where's
Where'd
Jen?
she go?
Oh, she's passed out.
you know what Dad did the other day?
What's that?
We were in the kitchen, and he stops me and he goes, "Let me see your hands." And
He does that, didn't he?
I bite my nails, so I normally critiques what my nails look like. And he's just kind of sitting there, it's like, getting fat guy hands.
Does that mean you're missing your knuckles?
Oh,
Are you missing your knuckles? Let me
Yeah,
see.
this little
Do you have
crap.
dimples inside your knuckles?
Yeah. He was like,
Well, I mean, I'm not a good example because I'm like Rachel. I got bony ass hands.
I have tiny fucking hands.
but I was like,
Toady fingers.
is this what we're doing right now? And he was like, this is what it looks like.
Like, Dad's got
I was
massive
like-
hands. I don't know where I got these little baby paws from.
Yeah.
You're still young.
No, these are done. I got little saucers. These are done. These
There's
things.
few things that stop growing when you hit 18. Your hands, your feet, your dick. Poor Cam.
That's tough. It's a tough one.
Nothing's going right. Ugh, if only this was last week. Could have hit the real hard hitting questions for Joanna.
Oh boy.
I know. Oh my god, are you kidding me? You don't want to talk about Fast and Furious?
No, not at all.
Fast and Furious is doing its 10th movie.
They're gonna do a 10th movie.
They're on their 10th movie. They said it's the last one. It's called Fast X.
I guess I see where they're going with that because Fast X, we could probably get one more out of it, boys.
Yeah,
one more out of the franchise.
Yeah, do you know how like much they're digging that dead franchise up? Taking Paul Walker with them. He said, "I'm dead serious." He said, "We're gonna bring. I promise, Paul's mom. We're gonna bring him back for one more movie."
They're gonna do them CGI style.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Well, imagine just like dead Paul. I mean, he's not gonna be dead for the movie, but.
Well, I mean, he is dead for the movie. They're just using his likeness.
I know.
The CGI, putting him in there.
I mean, if I'm his family, fuck it, man. Do 12 more. I'm sure they're getting money.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I don't know. If it was me, I'd be like, dude, no thanks.
do you think he gets an award? Like everyone in the
so
cast,
how does
everyone
that
in the
work?
cast, Paul Walker's.
I only want to see another Fast and Furious movie if it's or not a remake, but like a sequel to just the Tokyo Drift movie.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Tokyo
I
Drift.
love Tokyo Drift. That's the only one I will actually watch. I know. Has the coolest cars, the best story. Love it.
You just like Japs.
Okay.
Hey, salute, brother. No, it's a good movie. I used to fall asleep. There's few movies in my life where I'd fall asleep to them, where I was like, this is just what I need to fall asleep to. It was Bruce Almighty. When you were
That's the
living...
only reason I know how to spell beautiful. B-E-A-utiful. That's the only reason I know how to spell beautiful.
Good plug.
You know what's funny is I kind of agree with him. I think that's part of the reason why I know how to spell it too.
That's
Yeah, I
the
guess.
only... When I write beautiful, I go B-E-A-utiful.
Jim Carrey, work of art. I used to fall asleep. It sounds creepy, but in your bed to watch Bruce Almighty. When we were living in that first house, and your room was in the basement, if you were like gone
You
for the
did have a good
weekend,
movie selection.
I would go down there and I'd watch Bruce Almighty, and I'd just go to bed in your bed. So I was like, this is a cool room. This is just cool guy vibes.
Look at his PS2.
Oh.
Look at that giant entertainment center with that tube TV that was monstrosity.
It was very cool. It was a cool vibe.
You remember his chair too that you could flip the back to so you could put your chest to it?
But so I'd fall asleep to Bruce Almighty, Tokyo Drift. I think that might have been it. That was an easy trick. Pony kind of guy.
Tokyo Drift. Beat it.
As soon as he went into that sauna for fat guys.
See, I would have thought when they're spiraling down with the cars.
That was cool.
That's,
My
The
dream car
elevator.
still is Han's car, that orange and black.
uh,
I've looked into like how much RX-7 VLSide. I love it.
did you research that just for this?
No,
Did you know I was going to talk about Tokyo Drift?
No, I know that car off the top of my head. It's my dream car.
RX-7, that's a Mazda, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like the body kit, like whatever it is, the
If you could make
specifications.
that, I would help fund
But yeah, I was a big Tokyo Drift guy. I was super.
I wasn't that into it. I was too busy playing
this one.
that. This used to be your PSP lock screen. I remember that.
An iPhone, iPod, everything.
I like the whole color.
What was his name? Bow Wow? Was it Bow Wow?
I don't know.
I think it was Bow Wow.
It's been a long ass time since I've watched Tokyo Drift, and I really
I haven't
wasn't-
watched them all the time.
And here's the thing: is I really was not into it when it came out either.
That was the only one out of the Fast and Furious movie.
That's the only Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah. The rest, like the idea of it is really cool to me, but just the jump of like just do cars, yo, just do cars, and then it's just like you blow up buildings and drive through planes.
Yeah, now it's like
We work
they're
for the
fighting
president.
Terrorists. It's
What are
like,
we
no,
talking
just
about?
drive. We just want to see you drive. And crash.
It's the underground racing is so much cooler than like we race and fight the rock.
Oh, speaking of that, the last one that I watched besides Fast 9 was Hobbs and Shaw.
For a guy who said he doesn't watch these,
Yeah,
he's
you've
like,
seen all of them,
I've seen
haven't
all
you?
of them.
I have.
They're
seen,
making 10, and he's like, last
Well,
one I
no.
saw was 9, and then I saw the spin-off.
Well, no, I mean
But I
I
read
have
the
seen
scripts.
them all, but it's like
You don't really take them in.
exactly
Yeah, they're
because
just
it's like,
brainless.
oh, well, I know there's going to be another one, and a year and a half. So,
Yeah.
I'm also a little
But-
scared to watch them. But
but-
don't.
but that being said, Hobbs and Shaw with that spin-off thing is just kind of like, oh, I get it. You got The Rock and Jason Statham. Like, yeah, you're gonna sell some tickets there, but that storyline is just like,
I get it.
Should've
They're
told
both
you that.
bald. I get it. They jump. This is cool.
I get it. One of them's really big, the other one's really small. When they did the morning scene when the Rock gets up, he like has his eggs, and then Jason Statham gets up, and it's like rainy in London, and he has his beer for breakfast. You know what I mean?
I didn't even see it.
I have not.
Oh,
seen
you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
But
it.
I can piece it together. Rock's dumb smile.
Well, the truth is that's the only scene. That's one of the only scenes that I remember. Because I think it was the opening scene, and then I fell asleep afterwards.
The only part of a Fast and Furious movie that I can actually recall to you is at the end of one of them where The Rock's like, "Let's get this shit done," and Ludacris spits out his water, and it wasn't improv. Is it Ludacris?
It's a good cast up, yeah. It's a good cast.
You mean Chris Bridges? Goes by Chris Bridges.
It's kind of like how T.I.'s like in a stand-up.
What?
Do you know
Tip, T.I.?
what's his name? What's the guy who sings that?
Yeah, but yeah, T.I.'s a comedian.
He's a comedian. I
Yeah.
haven't heard about this.
Yeah, and he's so full of it. There was a video that came out of he went to like this girl's open mic. And normally, like if you do run the open mic, like a short show, you hope whatever. And she was talking. She was kind of like giving him shit for some like allegation, and he didn't like it. And he was like, then jumped on stage and was like, "You shut the fuck up with that shit," and then like ripped the mic from her and like all this stuff. But then also, like dudes, I guess like went to give him advice and be like, "Yo, T.I., like we really like you. Like you're a
T.I.
good
Tiny
guy.
Family.
Yo, T.I., like
I think Tiny Family.
T.I. and Tiny, whatever her name is." We're like, "Dude, like we don't want no problems." And they were like trying to give him advice, and he's like, "Nah, it's alright. I got it figured out. I know what I'm doing." And then he's like, he is still doing like selling tickets. Obviously, it's T.I. Like if you're gonna buy T.I. tickets and he's doing his shows or comedy, and he got booed off in an arena. Like he's just like, "Fuck it. I'm 3 months in. I'm headlining."
Well, that's like what you said, like Rogan. He wanted to start his set until everybody went to the seats, right?
Yeah. So when Joe Rogan did his when he was doing his arena tour, I'm assuming it's done by now. But when we had gone, it was I want to say it was in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in October because it was a birthday present. So the show started late because part of the problem is that they didn't want to start the show without having enough asses in the seats to watch the show. So even the opener started late.
I think you should.
Yeah, no, and it makes sense, but part of the reason why it took so long is because they were still doing COVID protocols. So it took forever and ever. And then when people started realizing how late the show was going to start, they just started leaving the seats and going to get more beers and getting food. And
But
so,
by the time Rogan's up, everyone's probably fucked.
yeah, it was pretty rocking in there. But yeah, I wanted to say this was in Boston. It had to have started at least an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour late. And you know, at that point, it was just like, and our seats weren't that good, so the ambient noise from the crowd, we couldn't really hear, you know, the show as much. So we ended up leaving early. I mean, I'm sure.
Did he finish his?
Yeah, no, I think we got halfway in, and I just kind of looked at her and I was like, listen, there's so much ambient noise, and I feel like I can't really focus on what he's saying, and he's so far away. Like, even though there's, like, big monitors in the arena.
Yeah,
and
and like if
stuff.
you're gonna go, like if that's how you're gonna
Well,
watch it,
that's-
like
well-
I'd just be like, I'll just fucking watch a Netflix special.
Yeah, and it's like I told you after we'd come back, it was like, next time I go see a stand-up show, I'd rather either do it in a club or in a theater, because that was just like, because like I said, like, there would still be people laughing, and I couldn't hear his setup for his next joke. It'd be like, yeah, I didn't hear that, you know?
I've seen a show at Foxwoods, which was really cool because it like you feel big. It feels big, but it's still like
Well, is
You
that
saw Bert there, right?
yeah.
is that like a theater or a club?
It's a theater. Okay. It's not a theater.
It's small.
But
It's a small theater.
It's like a.
I mean, like what? Like the Capitol Center,
Yeah, it's probably a little bit.
It's bigger than it's bigger than that.
Is it?
but like that same kind of setup.
I gotta read a picture. Yeah. Well, better. Yeah, it's bigger than that. But
think-
that was the other one I saw one at.
When we went to Cape Cod
and that
for
one was
Burt's
really cool.
Drive-In, that was. I know we didn't have the best spot, but that was so cool. That was fun.
That was
That was
he
good
was
stuff.
doing drive-in shows during COVID, right?
Yeah, that's when me, Dean, Maddie, and you went, right? That was fun.
I heard he was killing it doing those shows.
Yeah, well, he's the only person on tour, so everyone wanted to see him.
He was, I don't know, he sounded like, from what I had heard, he was kind of the, I don't know, the maverick doing the
Yeah, the guy
drive-in
who did
shows.
it,
I want to see Chris D'Elia live.
Delia.
Delia.
Delia. Oh, Chris, sorry, bud. That's a tough.
He's so funny.
I know you're checking this out, but don't judge it off of that.
He's so funny.
Oh. Chris DiStefano has a special coming out.
DiStefano, you mean?
DiStefano. Do you know Chris? He's fun.
You don't personally?
Yeah, Chris, you're a good guy.
It's Christopher to you. Okay?
Chris,
It's Christopher.
Okay. The man of many nicknames. I don't know if you ever watch his stuff. The dude has 100 nicknames.
His name really sounds familiar, but I can't pull his face out of my head right now.
If it's okay.
So when are you going to do your first open mic?
I don't know. When do we want to go?
I don't know. This is basically an open mic, so you've already been doing some.
Oh, this is not pretty then.
You got to get your feet wet somehow.
It's growing pains.
Growing pains?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want your first thing to be called?
No.
Training wheel's still on.
I do have a question though. So the draft is this week, or as if we're doing this week. So like a bunch of kids are about to like have their lives completely changed.
Which
I
draft
know
team?
what you're going to say.
NFL.
I know what you're going to say.
Sure, go for it. What am I gonna say?
Is it that all these kids are my age now?
No,
Okay.
no. My question is, if you're, let's say you're the second overall pick, what do you do with that $1 million check? What's the first thing you buy?
Well, I mean,
And you're not in the.
Well, if you're asking me right now, as a 33-year-old, I tell you exactly what I'd do with it.
He's Brandon Whedon.
But if I was 21 years old, 21 years old making that decision, I'd be spending that cash.
I mean, but that's the question. What's the first thing you buy?
When I was 21, if I got $1 million, I'd probably buy a sweet car. I think that's what I would have done.
What a classic move.
I'm honestly putting most of it away in buying a house. And then buying a house for like mom and dad.
Boy, you're really banking on you don't get traded, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, because that house.
Or you get a horrible injury.
Yeah, because like that house, I'm paying it cash. I'm just paying the taxes on it. Like I'm not doing mortgage. No. If you got $1 million, fucking buy that shit outright. Okay.
Yeah, but now
And
you're
then
stuck
and
in
then-
like.
You don't even have to live there. Rent it out. Make some generational wealth there.
I'm gonna rent it out. This is generational wealth.
No, because I'm putting most of it away.
I don't know if I believe that.
No.
If you were actually really in that situation, I don't think you'd have the presence
How
of
long
mind
do you
to do
think
that.
How long do you think I'd be able to last in the league?
I give you training camp.
Exactly.
Okay,
I'm not
Cam.
buying dumb shit.
I'll give you a better one. Reese's calls and says, "Yo, Josh Shitface was really funny.
I'm buying. A car.
We'll give we'd like a square. We'll give you 50,000 every episode. Our square's there. We got 5 episodes of that up. I don't know what is that.
It's like 250,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
that
do
was
you-
quick math.
You're telling me Cameron's like, I'm gonna put it away.
50,000? No, that's nothing. $1 million is
Well, let's talk to my accountant.
different. Are we talking before or after taxes?
Excuse me, Roger. So Reese's called. Well, where should I go? What a fucking nerd.
If I'm getting just $50,000,
Well, actually,
that's hard because that's not like that's enough for a car.
Well, no, hang on. You got to figure as well is that you figure like, or like you were just saying, like your signing bonus is what you said, $1 million at the beginning.
Yep, sure.
Okay, $1 million. Taxes are going to come out of that.
Yeah, so you're making like 600,000.
Okay. All right. Let's say, just kidding, you get like I have no idea what a first round pick actually gets. I doubt it's
I think
way
it's
more than $1 million.
3.25.
Well, it probably depends on the organization, right?
I think it's 3.25.
I think it
it's
just depends on where you get drafted.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I play a lot of Madden. I'm just kidding. 50,000. I think probably a car, taking a vacation.
So
See, now we're getting somewhere.
so now that doesn't sound like generational wealth.
Yeah, because if you have $1 million, you
Vacation
can't just
is
blow that shit. Because then, 2 years from then, you got nothing. And you're like, okay, I have this cool car that I gotta sell now because I can't pay rent. Like, what am I?
Do you want to know what I do?
No, I do not. Do you want to know, Brandon?
Yes, and I would like to know.
I think it's the best plan because, you know what, Cameron? I'm getting generational wealth.
He's gonna build a podcast studio.
No, I'm doing quite the Actually, I am building studios, but it's not for that. So, what I do...
Josh becomes a porn star. Makes it.
So, what I do is I open up two... I bring back a dying show, Pimp My Ride.
Oh, that was a terrible show.
Bringing it back.
$1 million is not enough to bring back Pimp My. They put $1 million into each car.
No, they don't. Are you
No,
kidding me? It's like
no,
30
no,
bucks.
No, they didn't put shit into those cars. The people that were, this is,
On the show, I think, paid for it.
I forget exactly what happened. Like, 'cause I remember when it first came out,
Exhibit
because I was in middle school or high school around the time that it was out, and it was like watching it, be like, oh, that's so sick! Like they're just coming in and giving you all
Putting
the
a
cool
donut
shit for
shop
your
in
car.
your SUV.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that they would just pimp it out, so make it look nice,
2 miles to the gallon.
and they
Then it
wouldn't
don't
do
drive.
anything like to the engine or anything. So it'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, it just looks nice, but it just sits here because it doesn't drive.
You can't
still.
move.
Like, holy fuck, I
Yeah.
got a playground. It's still leaking oil.
Exactly.
He's like, but those wheels spin and shoot daggers.
And I bet if they even tried to resell those, they probably didn't get shit.
No.
What was
Exhibit
the house?
probably bought it back and was just like, look at this shit, dog.
What was the house show where you go into a celebrity's house and check that shit out?
Oh, you're talking about
Cribs.
MTV Cribs. That was sick. Remember
Okay.
Shaq's house with the big Superman bed?
Mm,
No.
That show.
Okay,
was
so I
cool.
bring back.
I do remember that one.
You know what? I just buy out MTV. Fuck it. I clean their
Bring
their
back
slate.
Fantasy Factory.
I bring. No. No offense, Rob.
Doesn't have to be
Not
Rod.
a fan.
Doesn't have to be Rod.
But
Next generation.
I'm buying up MTV, and I'm just doing my own programming. MTV, you suck. You're not doing good. And then I start my own porn company. It is a market that's not going
You know,
away.
why wouldn't you just buy?
Would you call it PTV? MTV and PTV?
It could be like Disney Plus kind of thing where it's like you have to buy the subscription to get those ones.
Yeah. We're still through MTV. It's movie television.
So you get $10 a month, but if you pay the extra
12.
$2, make it
You
12.
get the adult films.
Mm-hmm.
The terribly produced ones.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Would you ever start an OnlyFans?
For what?
I don't know. What do people want from Joshy?
Me eating, I guess. I don't know.
Tacking on mass.
Cameron came in and I was eating chips, and he was like, "You look like a guy from Naruto."
You look like Choji. Dude, you literally, the whole time I was there, I hear, it did not stop. There was no break.
I wasn't talking. You
It
were.
was straight. Bag to mouth for 45 seconds. No air was consumed. Can we put a picture of Choji on this too? Or like a gif of him eating?
I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable with it. But it's part of the deal, you know.
I'm a big
It's part of my whole
disposable
game.
camera guy.
That's my thing. He took my thing.
You never had a thing in your life.
That's a new thing. When did that start back up?
Disposable
What's that?
cameras?
Yeah.
Probably a year and a half ago.
All I can see now is dots in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, it's that flash.
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
No, we're just segueing.
So the summer is coming though. We did talk about fires, but another big thing that kind of comes with the summers though are theme parks. And you are going to Disney.
I'm going to Disney World
Haven't
for the first time.
have you been on like theme park rides and stuff like that before?
Just like Canby Park.
Oof, you haven't lived, son.
I know.
You never went to Six Flags? Oh,
Really?
No one loves me.
That's tough.
Well,
Disney.
the only shitty thing about going to Six Flags from here is it's a long ass route.
It's like
Yeah.
unreasonable. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you want to
you-
drive
you
5
don't-
hours for this piece of
Well,
shit?
when you get there
Maybe
too,
it wasn't not 5 hours. Actually, maybe now 4, but close enough.
I was in my head segueing to what my story was. Did you say it's hard to get to Six Flags or Canopy?
No, it's hard to get to Six. No, it's not that it's hard to get to Six,
It's just
Six
long.
Flags. It's just a long ride.
Well, you also go through like a neighborhood literally up until all of a sudden you're in the parking lot. Like
Yeah.
a dude's house is like right next to like SUV parking.
Yeah, because I mean, if I remember the way that we used to go is we would take 93, go to 89, skip over to Vermont to get onto 91, drive 91 all the way down through the center of Mass where Worcester and Springfield is, and then that takes you into the bottom of Connecticut, and that's where you get off. And or no, sorry, the bottom of Massachusetts on the border of Connecticut is, and then you get off the highway, and then you drive through all those neighborhoods to get to
Yeah.
Six Flags.
Have you ever been stuck on a ride?
I'm not. Have you?
I've been stuck on 3 rides.
At Six
do you
Flags?
remember when we had that little pop-up theme park in the Everett?
Mall.
No, at the Everett parking
Arena?
lot, and you hit your
Oh,
head on that.
when they had when they have the fairs.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so I've probably been stuck on 4 rides. Then.
'Cause I remember when we
I got
found you,
the
like
zipper.
later that night, we are like, "Why haven't you been texting us?" You're like, "I'm so fucking dizzy."
Oh yeah,
you
it
slammed
was
your
the
head on
first
that
time I
ride.
actually I think I ever really rode on a ride, and we went to that
The
little
zipper,
one of
the
those
rope
like pack up like
Yeah, I know what you're
Things,
talking about.
yeah.
They're real sketchy carny
Yeah.
carny rides.
yeah, and I saw some friends I went to school with and they're like, come hang out. I was like, all right, see you guys, and me and this girl was like, we're gonna get on the zipper. You ride with me. I was like, all right. And I've never been on a ride, so I'm like actually holding on to it the entire time before you like even go. So like
This was your first ride?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was in like 7th grade, so I mean way too old to be like
Scared?
yeah, but I was very scared. And you're in 7th grade, so you're just like all full of hormones, and you're just like.
Josh is
Hey, blonde
rock
girl.
hard in the zipper.
No, actually,
He's got a fear boner.
he's biscuited up right down there.
No, but
Down there.
I was very, very scared. So like, I no joke was like locked, ready, like because it's the zipper, so it's like kind of rectangular, and as each person gets on, like they move it. So you're just waiting, and you don't know when, and then all of a sudden you're just like. So and she's like laughing at it. It was like, it's not that, like, relax, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. She's one of those psychopaths who's just like the whole time. But so I'm like getting really, really nervous about it, and I'm like, all right, relax, and she's kind of talking me down, and I kind of let out my guard, and all of a sudden it moves like a BOW! And I'm like, fuck! I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm just holding on to it. And I'm that guy where I'm like, I'm holding on, and I just look at one spot the entire time. So I'm just like, it's fun.
Let
Yeah,
me
it's
down
fun.
right now.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I'm pretty sure it got stuck. Like I'm pretty sure we like took forever to get off. But
That's so funny.
yeah, but my big actual stuck stories were at Canopy.
Stuck or stuck?
I guess both. I could have done both with how long we were there. So we're on Untamed, and
Oh, that's
we're starting to go.
Remind me how Untamed goes.
Untamed is like
That's
you
the
just
big
come
one,
out,
too.
you just come out, and then you just go straight up.
So it's like a regular roller coaster.
yeah.
But it's like, New
150.
Hampshire's big. Yeah, it's New Hampshire's big one of like
And you
the
drop
biggest
straight
drop.
down
You
and-
just drop straight down, and then it's whatever.
It's the Big Bear one.
Yeah, it's like their big money thing when they came out. But so we get like stuck before we even do a turn, and we're like waiting there, and we're like, hold on, it'll be a minute. We're there for like a minute or two, which doesn't sound big, but like if we sat here for a minute, you're like, am I gonna die? So finally we get all the way through. We're like, okay, that was cool. And it's 2 rows of us in it, 3 and 3. And we get there and we kind of and we get stuck again. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, oh, it's good. Like trying to be cool about it. And we finally get there and we're all kind of waiting. And then we look and people start walking by. What the fuck? And we're in the first and second row. And we look and it's all empty except us. So we're like, we're not going again. Like, and like they were like about to load people up. And we were like, we're still here. And they're like, get out. Like, we can't. So they're like, tug on it. Like, that's magic. And they're like, oh, you just tug on it? That's what opens it?
Yeah.
And they're like, hold on. We got to get the guys here. So we're there for like 5 to 7 minutes. And it opens like, they don't even get it like, oh, there it is. Flip. It's like, got 3 of us open. And like, I'm one of the first few out. And I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm out of here. See you guys.
As soon as you stand up, takes off.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not hanging out here. Like, I'm already wasn't about this place. Like, I'm not a theme park guy. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm not big on
And
canopy. But...
I'm just not big on, I'm only big on the water rides. I like getting wet. I'm a big, yeah.
Josh
big
needs to keep moist.
Yeah.
I get hot.
I run hot. Bathe me, Lord.
Pick up a 3 my Lord.
But yeah, so like we're now waiting for the other people. We're like, jeez, like we killed so much time, and at that point, like everyone else was upset. We wasted time. Like, oh my god, we have no time to ride on the ride. Like, oh jeez. So we go to like, I don't know what it was called, but it was like blue and white. It was like a rocket. Like it was supposed to go really fast. And we're like, there's no one in this
The
line.
corkscrew.
Maybe. And we're like, let's go to that one. Okay, so kind of same thing. There's like really no one on it. It's like we're in like the middle of it. There's like a couple, no one, one woman, me and my friend, our friend, and then 2 other people, and then like 4 or 5 people within it.
Mm.
And same thing. We're like, we leave the station and we go around, and we're about to go up, and we hear, doof. And we all kind of look, and we're like, well, no one's done this right. Maybe it's just what it does. Doof. Like, I don't think this is what it does. And it goes, and we go, and then we just don't move. And the woman in front of us, who's like holding on to like a Walmart bag, is just like,
What?
I don't think we're supposed to be right here. We're like, yeah, no kidding. And we're like, so.
How did she get on the ride with a Walmart
I don't know.
bag?
She's just hanging on. I think she lived in it. I don't know. she does, I don't know. But Stacy,
She was like the homeless guy on the Polar Express who lives on the top. Is this your first rodeo?
As it starts to go, she's like,
Disappears.
have fun. Just smoke. It's not a water ride. But so we're
Straight
like,
ash in your eyes.
yeah, so we're like yelling to the station, and we're just like, hey, we're here. We're still here. And we like see the 2 kids, and we're like talk to each other. 1 minute. Take your time.
That's what's sketchy. These are all like high school kids running.
Yeah.
Machines.
So like finally, like the they like don't even come over. They wait for the manager, and then and we're like,
Well, I mean, you got to figure that these
No,
high school
no,
kids
yeah,
that
yeah.
do this, all they're doing is pushing a button that
Yeah,
says
yeah.
stop and start.
yeah, but like if I'm also stuck on a ride, like I'm going to talk to them and be like, yo, my bad. But like so the manager just, and we're like still so close where there's just stairs next to us.
Yeah.
And she's like walks up and down. She's like, sorry. So like you didn't get our order wrong. We're stuck. And she's so then
Let
like
me out!
the kid like the 2 operating kids are like starting to hang out, and they're like sitting on the stairs with us, and they're just like, yo, sorry guys, like this is great. And we're like, yeah.
This has never happened.
And like
before.
now I'm like everyone's starting to get anxious, so I'm like, all right, let me break tension and start like making jokes and hanging out. And the manager comes back and she goes, all right guys, sorry, like the maintenance is on their way. They're actually working on another ride that broke down. And
Like, oh, that
and-
makes me feel good.
and I go, oh, what was it? And she goes, Untamed. We go, we know, we were there. And she goes, what? I go, that was us. She's like, no. Like, it's broken. Like, people couldn't get off. We go, that was us. And she goes, oh, are you serious? We go, yeah, all of us. And she goes, do you guys want, like, comp tickets or something? I go, I don't want to come back. I go, not really. And finally the guys show up, and we're like, someone was like, one of the friends I was with was like, nice to see you again. And the guy's like, yeah, like, joking. I think it's just, like, people talking shit to maintenance. And he, like, is working on it, and then he, like, comes up to our steps and, like, looks at us and goes, oh, yo, you guys were over there. And we go, yeah, we just missed you. And finally, and we were just like, yo, can we just get off at the stairs? Like, we're right here. And she's like, we can't. We were like,
They made you
Well,
ride it through?
yeah. Yeah, we were
That's
like,
so
we
fun.
just want to get out. We're like,
So how long was this whole ordeal?
Like 10 minutes. Like 10, 12 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
10, 12 minutes is just sitting there.
Well,
That's not
I mean, when you're anxious, but I mean, it could have been like an hour.
Honestly, actually, it was probably a lot more than that. If I'm thinking about, like, the guys getting there and then whatever. But, yeah, we were just like, can we just get out? Like, everyone on the ride wanted to just get off. And we're like, there's stairs right here. Just let us off. And they go, we can't. We're like, why?
Well, I mean, that's a liability thing.
Yeah, and that's what she was like, I can't. Like, if the ride all of a sudden goes and get your leg, you're dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if the ride just starts going, I'm dead. But finally we went through and we're like, so the rest of the ride, because we were still in the beginning, and we just started talking mad shit the entire time. And when we finally got back, and, like, there was no one there. Like, no employees were at the station. They all, like, blitzed out because they didn't want to get chirped. It was the funniest thing. We got back and we're, like, waiting for greets, and we're like, oh, no one's here.
Waiting for greets.
Yeah, we were waiting for hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Hey, we got it.
Sorry about the ride, hot chocolate. But,
You
yeah.
guys
Sorry about your bad experience. Here's a free corn dog.
Yeah, so, like, we actually, there was still time, so we went to one more thing. And there was a parent talking about it, and we were like, we were on both rides, I got stuck. He goes, are you serious, blah, blah, blah? I just remembered one more part of this whole story that I completely
Oh,
forgot.
so what, did he go into Karen mode?
No. So he was like, that's crazy. And then the ride right next to us, this guy kept yelling at kids to get off the railing. And I was like, bro, I got you. So I started going around. I started tapping people, like, get off the railing. Because, you know, it's like the winding things.
Mm.
Some kids were sitting on it, and I just be like, get off the railing. And he'd be like, thanks, man. And then I just kept, like, making jokes to him. And finally he was like, oh, he was watching both rides all of a sudden. And he was like, having a shit time. And I go, you want me? And he goes, huh? I go, you want me to step up? I'll maintain that ride for you. He goes, are you gonna fuck around? I go, no, I got you. What do you want me to do? And he goes, I guess just keep people off the railing and just maintain. And I jumped over all the railings and got to the front. I go, this is my bitch now. And I was running the show, and who I was dating at the time was just like, fucking Christ, this guy. And the other friends I was with were like dying. And then, like, there were a couple kids like talking shit, and I was like, you guys aren't getting on the ride anymore. And they're like, you can't do that. And I was like, I don't know what remember his name was, but I was like, Charlie, can I do it? He goes, you guys aren't getting on. It's like, you're done. It was the
Get out of my
and then
car.
finally, whoever came back, he came back. I go, just take a break. I got the rest of the night. And he was like, nah, no, get out of here. Get back in line, because you're gonna get me in trouble. I was like, I got you. But oh man. So I guess I was a K&B employee.
You guys were there for my first ride, the frisbee. We have a picture of us getting off the frisbee, and I slammed my head on it actually. And there's a picture. You're coming out. I'm in the middle, and my arms are out because I'm so dizzy. And I'm wearing this little hoop. It's a tank top. My fat's spilling out. And it says Hoop 34 down the middle.
Oh, that's...
And Josh is walking out. He's like,
Yeah, Mom got sick. She was like,
she got sick on the water flume ride.
I
no,
feel
she
like
got sick on that.
I feel like I know the picture you're talking about, because I'm wearing it like a brown tank top or something
Yeah.
and sunglasses.
Yeah, you look cool. I'm like scared shitless, and Josh is like,
My teeth were chipped that day.
they were. You're right.
But no, Mom did ride that. She rode that. That was the first thing we rode, and she was like, "I'm going to do all the rides today." She's like, "I'm going to do every ride you guys do." I'm
And
pumped.
she hasn't been
And
cool
she did
since
that
then.
one. She did that one. It didn't feel good. And she was like, "I'm done for the day."
No, she did
She
the
like
Boston
turned
Tea
into
Party.
Trump. She's like, "I'm
She did the
done."
Boston Tea Party. That's her favorite.
Yeah, that's. But like, son, we're both just like, "Bathe us,
Water.
Lord."
Bathe me, father.
I was one of those
I'll
kids.
run hot.
It was like, It was like, as soon as that ride, the flume ended, you run to the bridge so you get soaked again.
Right?
He's like,
Outside
reuse
that
water.
ride now.
Huh?
They have this giant orange machine that you stand in, put like $2 in, and it dries you off with these like huge industrial fans.
I don't want to get dried off. The whole point is to get soaked and ruin your night. So you're just like, oh, I'm so changed.
Your shoes are squishy.
Yeah, but that's how you gotta dress. You dress prepared for it, but then realize you're like, oh, denim and a sweater wasn't right for the water ride. You're like, you think you plan, but you don't.
These are my old Jim New Balance shoes.
Oh no, I bought my brand new Jordan 1s.
It's like Daddy wears like boat shoes all the time back then. He wore boat shoes.
He's just like, I came in handy today.
Like Air Boners.
Have you ever been there for Halloween?
I went last year.
Really?
Me and Joanna made it through 2 haunted houses before she peed herself.
Is it that scary?
She pissed herself. It was not bad.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never done a haunted house.
It's good.
They're okay.
But it's the same thing every year. They don't change it up at all. They changed like a little couple things because of COVID, because like it was like small confined spaces.
So like 6 feet back from the murderer, guys. 6 feet back.
It's not bad.
He's jumping out, so 12 feet, please.
He's just like 5 feet away. He's like,
It sounds like the
he starts getting near. You're like, he's like, whoa, man, chill.
that sounds like the
Lytron.
Wolfman guy from Clark's. You know that guy?
No,
Oh
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah. Have you been? I don't think you've been to Clark's.
I don't know what Clark's is. Is this
Clark's
the
Trading
train?
Post.
Oh,
It's in
train, there it is.
Jesus, it's way up there. It's Lincoln or
It's where Amy James used to go camping up there.
No, I haven't been.
I forget where the town is, but
Yeah.
it's way up there.
I haven't.
So it's the place where it's an amusement park, and it's all based off 2 things: bears on unicycles and an old man with a gun chasing you down, like
On a train.
on a train.
Yeah.
No, see,
And then they have like kiddie rides and stuff
Yeah.
too, but it's
Hey, Bob Marley, the guy from Maine, he has a joke about it where he's like, New Hampshire's the only place you can get chased by an old man with a gun and have fun.
I can't believe you've never seen the clip of this.
no.
It's so fucking funny.
I'll have to watch
Bob
it
Marley's
after.
that, like, I'm not a huge Bob Marley fan, but that joke gets me every time.
That's so funny. No, I mean it's very true. I mean half our childhood was that. But like,
Get
see,
chased
that's
with
my
guns.
that's my issue. Is like we grew up with family that literally ran one, and it was so good. The farm.
Yeah, that wasn't a real. That was just for us.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it was awesome.
I understand. So that's what I'm saying. And we like people didn't have to sign waivers at our family thing. So like if you caught an
I know,
axe, you caught an axe.
I remember fucking
But-
Richie hit Grammy with a chainsaw.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like you know your family. You know your family's putting this together. So like you know they're fucking idiots. So you're like, there's a
You're
good chance
actually scared.
someone does get hurt.
Do you-
Like you know they're not sober doing this. Chasing
That's the
kids.
year that the actual trailer got stuck in the woods.
No, I think I was there once when it got unhooked. And you were like,
I don't remember any of this.
You don't remember going to the haunted houses at
But-
the farm?
but-
No, I don't. I either never went or I must have blocked it out.
Dude,
It was that scary?
It was that scary.
Brandon was just like,
Brandon's-
oh, fuck.
Anytime Brandon goes back to the farm, he just has a flashback.
Will you check the cameras too? When you get home? Just make sure there's.
Do you remember the Easter egg
Awesome.
hunts on the farm?
No.
Those were good too.
My issue with that is it's like our family put it together, so I was always like,
Actually, a little scared because they can touch
you're, but yeah, and like they know what you can handle, and they definitely are gonna go. I'm gonna go beyond it, but also it's like I went to one Halloween thing, and it was like the whole time I was like, it's not that spooky, but also it's like I know there's no real danger.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But on the farm too, like there's so much space, so much area to cover.
It was huge.
Where you would go like 3 minutes and not see anything, and you'd be like, "Oh, we're safe," and out comes a chainsaw.
For a bunch of like redneck inbred idiots, they were pretty good at throwing some haunted stuff because like they made you go up of the like apple shit,
Mm-hmm.
go down it, and not see a thing,
Yeah.
and just like we're gonna leave you in the ambiance,
Mhm.
ambiance. There it is. And just like chill, and then like lurk in the shadows.
That's the only kind of thing I want to be able to
Pop
do, like when we have kids, is like to actually throw those kind of shit and like make it actually fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like since we were little, like we haven't had any, like since I was probably 8, we haven't had anything like that.
No, what we should do, people. no scratch surprise parties, surprise like Halloween houses. So like
So people walk in and just like fucking
their
blood
house
on the wall.
Yeah, their house is like, what the fuck is going on? Why is my power not off?
Surprise. Yeah, until we do someone with a gun.
Yeah, and then like
Whoa,
you just
poof!
hang out. No one in this family owns a gun. And then just like lurk and scare. I don't. You might be too young, but like when we were in that first house in Loudon, that big bay window.
We'd be watching a movie and they would come hit the glass.
But like Dad would be like in a mask and like lurk outside.
I remember those because the first time I can remember that happening was we were watching Chucky. Douglas was there, and they did it through the back window where we used to have the computer.
Mm.
And we were all watching Chucky, watching the big projector screen.
Mm.
And I think it was Mike did it to us.
Mm.
Mike screamed in.
Mm. Yeah, I'm surprised that glass never broke.
I know. He slammed it a lot. The amount of dead birds that slammed into it too.
Dead birds.
Yeah.
That
Talking
big
about the
bay
bay
window?
window.
Oh, at the old house?
Mm.
I didn't feel like waiting. Actually, it's funny you say that because at the house in Bow, I used to find when I was a little kid. You know, I'd play outside all the time because we had that little backyard. I would find dead birds like on the outside of the house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a common thing.
Well, I mean, probably because of blue seal right there.
What?
It could be.
Oh, and Bo, is that what you said?
Yeah, Bow.
See, if it's not my story, I kind of like fade out. I was just like, he's talking about Loudon.
Well, I mean, you were tiny back then.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I was like, oh.
Camera doesn't even know what Bo looks like.
I saw that actually. I saw the woman who lives there today. I saw her taking out her trash and walking her dog.
I've-
Every time I go by, I'm like, I should ask to go in.
If you could get a picture inside of the house and just like, that'd be so funny.
Oh, do you take Hall Street to get home?
No, but I drive by it sometimes because I gotta like go to do other stuff.
So is it the same old lady that still works there or lives there?
Live there? Yep.
Yeah, she works there.
Yeah, she gotta pumping in all those fumes, basically working. But
So trying to go off of your theme park stories. I don't remember ever having any bad experiences at theme parks because I've been to Canopy, I've been to Six Flags, did some rides at like various fairs and whatnot. Never had a bad experience. Maybe just got lucky.
I mean, I count mine as luck. Like, it was fun. I like that story better than just like we rode on rides.
Yeah. We can probably cut this part, but like, did you see the thing about that guy who fell from the?
Oh yeah.
That's so. He was like 6'5", 324 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
And they had to manually. So you know, like the
He was like
ones where you
13.
get shot up and shot down.
Well, here's the thing: is like right off the bat, there, it's like he's clearly way too
But
tall. And
They
way
put
too...
him in. They put him in and then like still like let it go. And
Yeah.
he was like still fiddling.
They
with it.
manually tied
Like-
his thing down.
Can you still hear me?
And
Okay,
so
that's what I
this
did.
ride is 400 feet tall, and he dropped from probably around 150.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a
So
video
is-
of him falling.
So is this like a slingshot thing where they
No.
like hold you
Just
down
fly up.
and then you just fly up?
No, so you know, there's like the center thing, and you're sitting around it. It goes up and
Yeah.
it drops, and then shoots you
Just
back up.
explain
And
that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but he
well,
thinks
But
it's
on
like
the
a
but no,
it's
on the way
bungees.
down, it's not on bungees. It's just the machine.
have
You
one at
sit.
It's just like a mechanical
You
thing.
just sit. You
Yeah.
just sit, and it's like a octagon.
But what happened is it's like
It's
the
on its
one
way
that
down.
it's the big arm thing that comes down over you, and then you're just sitting in a chair. And they had to manually do it, so it's at an angle. So his stomach's bigger than his chest, so he just slid right out the bottom.
Yeah, on the way down. But it was also
He
like
was
a new
He
ride.
was like 14 years old.
It was like a brand
Oh,
new ride.
that's an old clip. That's from a while ago.
No, this just happened like a month ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like I saw a similar clip. I mean, it might have been like between 5, 7, 8,
And
10
Diana
years
and I
ago.
were talking about this literally last night. It's like 1 in 15.5 million people die.
Yeah, when it happened, me and Maddie were looking it up, and I was like, "Yo, do you ever hear about the kid who got his head kicked off?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" It was like the Superman ride, like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Some kids lost his hat on the ride, so we like went through. He was in part of like a church group, and
They're
church
not.
group,
They're not supposed to let you in there during.
They didn't let him in.
He just
jumped,
like hopped the fence.
Yeah, he jumped the fence.
Oh Jesus!
He jumped
Christ.
the fence and went through, and the
Because
ride.
the Superman, your legs
Yeah.
are hanging.
Yeah,
right?
some girl came through him.
No.
But-
No, in the Superman, you're sitting in the coaster, and then you have the.
No, you're right.
You have the.
You're right.
I think that's right.
That's what's happening.
You have the thing that goes over your chest, but you're sitting in the coaster.
Yeah, I mix the stories. There's that one where something like came in and bopped his head right off. I just
actually no. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, whatever. No, the Superman, you're sitting in the coaster and you have this thing that it's got a cushion and it just sits. It pushes your legs and your hips down, so you're stuck in the seat. You know what I mean? So you can like throw your hands up when you're doing like all the twists and turns and stuff. But no, the one that you're thinking, not that you've been to Six Flags.
No, I know. I know you're a broke bitch, but
I know you haven't had fun, but.
But no, the one that you're thinking of it's the Batman at Six Flags is the one where you're
it has a thing actually up here.
and you're sitting in the seat and your legs are just dangling, and the coaster it's hanging from the top.
No, there was a girl who was riding something and a cord broke and wrapped her foot and then like absolutely shattered everything in her leg.
Jesus.
Yeah. So.
Well, this whole segment is scaring me for Disney.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the myth of the what is it, the Small Kids, whatever that ride is?
Small World?
Small World, there it is. Look, I was halfway there. Small World, all those kids are just like kids that got left.
Yep.
This is an episode of Family Guy.
No, that's a real myth though. They didn't.
Yeah.
Family Guy didn't make it up.
Was it Simpsons or Family Guy?
I can't remember.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. What are you looking forward to? Have you looked at what you're gonna do?
I'm excited for the anything Toy Story because they just got that new Slinky Dog ride. I almost cried when I found out they don't have Pizza Planet anymore.
So are you going to like, because they have a bunch of parks now, are you going to like Epcot?
Oh yeah, you have to like plan it.
Yeah, because
like,
there's Magic Kingdom. What is it? Animal Kingdom, is that still there?
Yeah, so night one we're gonna get there.
They have a Mighty Ducks ride.
No.
Shout out Mighty Ducks.
So our first park day is gonna be Sunday the 29th. We're gonna do Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
What's Animal Kingdom? Is it just like a zoo?
It's like a zoo, and then they have the Avatar ride and dinosaur.
It sounds fucking lame.
So I guess I heard I don't like Avatar, but like I heard that's like the best ride, sort of. And then we're doing Hollywood Studios. So that's the one I really want to do the next day.
Transformers.
Yes, this is Toy Story. That's one I'm really excited about. And then we're doing Epcot the next day.
What's Epcot?
Shut the fuck up.
I genuinely don't know.
Epcot's the place that has that big
the big ball.
the big like it looks like a golf ball.
Oh, what's in it?
I think cement.
Okay.
And then we're doing
the ball.
And then we're doing Magic Kingdom, and then we're doing a break day, and then we're doing
a break day. We're gonna take a day for us.
Yeah.
Are you still driving?
Yeah.
Which way?
Oh, you're gonna drive?
Where is this? Florida?
Yeah.
No.
It's in Orlando.
No.
Orlando, Florida.
I don't know. I know Orlando's in Florida, but I don't know why it sounded wrong when you said it.
I know.
You just didn't sound confident.
No, I said it of like, Orlando, Florida, and you're like, Florida. Like I said, Orlando, Nevada.
No, but it just didn't sound right. Coming
Orlando, Philadelphia. Pennsylvania.
Orlando, Philadelphia.
I'm no geography buff, but something's not adding up.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the first time I've been
out of state.
Yeah, out of
New England.
Well, no, I've been to Boston, or I've been to DC, but that was like with school, so I don't really count it. So this will be my first time out of New England.
And you're driving? Are you gonna like sleep in your car?
No.
You gonna make her drive?
We're driving. So are we there yet?
You taking the Sub?
Yeah.
Are you doing it one day, or you just like I said,
20 hours?
Oof.
So I'm gonna try and take the first 6. Let her.
As a guy who's driven a lot, you're not going to.
6, hopefully 4 or 5, and then hopefully I'll finish it up.
I'm gonna go 6. She's gonna go 4, and I'm gonna go 18.
Hopefully.
Okay. No, you're not. I'm guaranteed. You know what's fun though? Is sleeping in your car is tons of fun because you are like, let me put this blanket over it. Let me put this jacket on the window so people don't watch me sleep. And then you wake up and you're like, I wonder who watched me. It's tons. It's
Let's see.
It's fun, yeah.
I can't do that. I can't sleep in the car.
I don't think I'll be able to.
I can't sit in the car for more than
I don't
3 hours.
I didn't think I could, but you
I
put
don't
the
get tired when I sleep.
you
Though.
put the
That's like I don't understand how Rachel crashed when she fucking fell asleep.
you put the seat back, baby, and you're just like, all right, let's.
You don't fit in a car like that anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. I can't even get out of a couch like that.
Maybe you should ride in one of Shaq's cars.
Josh, can you do any crunches?
Yeah, baby.
How many things you could like actually do? Like fully get up. I know it's not good for your back.
15, 20, 55. I can bust them out.
Without having someone hold your feet.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm going up, baby. Just rocket. You know?
You're barely doing like one of the little.
Yeah, man, I'm in a chair. What do you want from me?
Because you guys have both been to Disney. Do you remember when you went to Disney?
Oh yeah, tons of fun.
So
It's one of the best days of my life. My
remember.
life is predecessed
just the once?
off of that.
Did you just go just once?
No, I went a couple of times when I was really, really young with Grampy and Nana, and he took us all out a couple of times. But I was real little. Like there's only like bits and pieces I remember of that. But
We get it. You had a grandfather. We didn't.
But like,
sorry, born first.
a lot
If
of
you're not
this,
first, you're last.
a lot of the stuff there is.
If you're
gone
not
'cause
first, you
old.
don't get to
But
go to Florida.
Was there anything there that you like? loved?
The last time that I was there was when we moved from Bow to Loudon, and I was 12 at the time. So that was Jesus.
Oh, that's
20.
when we
That
went?
was
About 21 years.
yeah, it
ago.
was 21 years ago. So
To the day.
To the day.
to the day.
So, was there anything that? What was your favorite part?
The Disney episode.
The Disney Full House.
I mean, I remember the rides were fun. The hotel that we stayed in at the time was
Port Orleans. Mom told me.
no, it was it was called Colorado. It was either Colorado Springs or Coronado Springs, but the place was pretty cool. I don't know why that specific memory sticks out. Actually, I think it's because we would all eat together, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we would all kind of, you know how when we're all together, we all shoot the shit and make fun of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why it sticks out in my mind.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like 6, and everyone was like, "Look at your dumb little face."
You have like the dimples right here and here and here. It's like,
Like, you lost your hat, you loser. Yeah.
Now I do remember that I got
a call back that you got hit in the head by a roller coaster.
Hmm?
Something.
I do remember that I got this god awful white bucket hat like the last couple days we were there. I don't know if you've seen the old pictures. I must have them at home. But
There are some good photos of like all of us kids just lined
Having
up
fun.
like. No,
No,
not even like have fun.
just-
We all just look
just-
dumb. Like
yeah, we just look like idiots.
wore a lot of vests back then. Look back, like I feel like every other photo, I'm in a vest, like a sweater vest. That's so weird.
Joshy X21.
Yeah,
What was your nickname? You don't know? Yeah,
I mean, many nicknames.
you've only given yourself nicknames. No one else has ever given you a nickname.
That's all that matters.
Except maybe Slob. I don't know.
That's pretty exciting, though. Cameron's gonna go to Disney.
I know. It's been 20 years in making.
Goes and can't even like have any drinks or do anything fun. That's funny.
6 months.
Yeah.
6 months. Do we decide where we're going?
Yeah, you're going to Disney.
Oh, for your birthday?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're the one that wants to plan it so bad.
Sorry, I'm planning someone else's birthday right now. I do one birthday.
Josh is
Listen.
the spinny party and events planner.
One thing at a time, okay?
Yeah.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
I
Jeez.
asked X2.
And plus, you figure after Rachel's birthday,
It's mine. I'm just kidding.
no, because
Yeah,
then after
Dad.
Dad, then it's
You. No, Mom.
yeah,
Mom's
well,
August.
Mom, but
Mom's
not that
August.
Mom's gonna want to do anything,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty much you and me after that, or myself and then you.
Mhm.
You guys want a surprise party in August?
I'd be pissed. Like if you ever
I just
throw,
make, I just
if you
make it a
ever throw a
thing.
surprise, that is my least favorite thing in the world.
I'll just make it
Especially
a thing.
because I knew, and I was like, I already have plans, so I didn't hang out.
Yeah, but you did come.
Yeah, I came late.
Still fine. Still got him.
You came late too, right?
What do you mean?
To that party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Weren't we the last people there?
Yeah, everyone was there. And like,
I was.
where are they?
I was. I was.
I go,
like
I
5
don't know if
hours
they're
late.
coming. They're like, what?
I was literally 5 hours late.
I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're coming.
Happy birthday, kid. Where is
Mm-hmm.
he? He's stuck on the zipper. He'll be back.
Yeah, that was oddly planned,
Mm.
but I get the sentiment.
Yeah, it was nice though. Look at that, see, full circle again.
What do you say?
On what?
You said full circle.
We're right back to the party. Back to the whole party funeral. Do a surprise party. I was gonna wrap it up, but we can make it a 2-part if you want.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this up and then we can do a part 2.
All right.
Look at that. Right back to the party. We already kind of did movie club. Thing of advice, Cameron, go. It's only like the 6th one.
I know.
think you played it.
I was not. I was because I was preparing for movie in my head. When are we talking about movies?
We kind of talked. Fine, name a movie if you want. We already talked about Fast and
No,
Furious.
now
and
I'm
stuff.
thinking about. Oh, we did talk about Fast and Furious.
It doesn't have to be a movie. Whatever you're watching.
What am I watching right now?
I don't know. Just recommend something. Jesus Christ.
Prepared to be wet at the water park.
So good.
You go ahead.
I was so stupid. Yeah, keep waving that in your face. See, who's ready now? Josh, if you can fit the whole microphone in your mouth, I'll give you $200 right now. The whole microphone, like the whole thing.
Be prepared to get stuck on a ride.
If you end up at the drunk tank, don't hang out with the kid that's getting sick all the time.
The drunk tank?
The drunk tank.
Wow.